finally got up and got the boat cleaned up a little bit, getting ready for putting some things on. I've got a new Recon trolling motor that I bought in the fall that I'm looking forward to installing. It is, I think it's March 7th today, if I'm not mistaken. And it's warm enough to get out here and start working on this. I initially really wanted to put the trolling motor with, while leaving the railing that I had in place here. But after kind of doing a dry fit here, it just doesn't work with the way the railing's lined up. Either the motor head is going to touch the railing, or the head of the unit is going to be too close to the windshield. So I went ahead and removed the railing I have on the bow here, and it wasn't difficult to do. It was just a bunch of screws. And after I got that done and thought about it for a second, I thought, geez, I could probably record this and some people might find it useful. I have ordered the new mount that KingFisher just released in the fall. It's kind of interesting because I had reached out to them looking to see if they had anything that they had designed to go on the bow or the anchor rollers are. I've seen some people put mounts in there. They didn't, but they said they had this mount coming out. So I purchased one of these. They're about $1,000, 9 something to be honest, Canadian. And this looks like it's going to do the trick. It gets me the clearance I need to get up over the initial bit of the lip here on the bow. And it looks like it's really well made. It's not inexpensive, but I think it's going to be well worth it. And it's going to mount right about there somewhere. There's not it didn't come with any instructions, but it's got all the hardware, which is nice. It's got a bit here, which I presume is for the bottom as a washer, if you will. I'm going to use it to help me get the holes lined up perfectly, even though I'll mark them. But it'll help me guide the holes to make sure that they're not off by a little bit. So, let's get started. And a little assistance. I figured out that I'm going to cut some of the aluminum off here. You can kind of see down here. I've got it taped off. And basically the problem area, let's see if I can hold this, turn this over. The problem area is down here, where basically Lowrance expects the boat to end here. But it's got this nice plastic bracket. Don't want to cut that. So I made the decision. You can see where I haven't even mounted with the rubber washers. I've got some nicks here from the screw heads. So I'm just going to cut this nice bit back. It's not really doing anything for me other than it was nice from the factory, but we'll fix that up. And all right, so we've had a couple of days since I finished this up. I had stopped recording and we missed all the swearing and cursing, and there was even some blood. But we managed to get this all mounted up, and I think it turned out great. It makes me appreciate all those people who do YouTube videos from start to finish and actually have the entire project recorded. So what we have here, so this is the piece that we kind of finished up with. You can see I cut that out nicely. And now it fits perfectly flush. There was a point where I had the rubber stoppers that came with the mount. So there was a nice, well, not a nice, there was a gap here, and I thought that was going to give me enough room for this fit. But it was easier to cut it out, and in the end, you can't see it. It looks great on the top, looks great on the bottom, and more importantly, it fits perfectly. We've got everything mounted up nice here. Down in here, got all my bolts. I still need to obviously wire up the electrical, but we've got it all mounted in here. We've had a little freezing rain since then, so we'll have to deal with that. But all in all, I think this is perfect. A little tricky to do with all the freezing rain that we've got the last day or two. So that kind of worked out perfect. Got that mounted on there nice. I don't know how much you can see there, but it's down probably almost 2 feet below the water line, which is perfect. It's down even below the low point in the boat, where it's probably 6 inches below the dead bottom of the boat. So we should have lots of depth there. Should have any problems, obviously, in really windy days. Maybe it's gonna come out of the water a little tiny bit, but this boat's pretty heavy. I don't think it's moving around that much most of the time, and if it's that windy, we're probably not using the trolling motor. But all in all, really happy with the way this mount turned out. KingFisher does a great job building that mount. Fits perfectly. All right, well, that was my installation for my Lowrance 72-inch shaft Recon trolling motor on my KingFisher 2425 Escape HT. I hope you enjoyed it. Have any questions, put them in the comments. Thanks.